On this sacred journey, we're exploring Wiltshire's prehistoric landscape, including the magnificent Avebury Henge, a World Heritage Site, which is considered to be one of the most impressive Neolithic monuments in Britain. The ancients created an enclosure, a huge bank and ditch which surrounds the world's largest stone circle with a diameter of over 1,000 feet. You can fit 10 stone henges into Avebury. And we explored 2 smaller stone circles dedicated to the sun and moon, where we find the heaviest megalith in the British Isles, which weighs over 100 tons. And there are still sacred ceremonies here today. Magical Avebury is very close to our hearts.
To me, like it's part of me and I'm part of it. So when I come here, I do feel like I'm meeting an old friend. I've got very happy memories coming here for winter solstice over in the sun circle and witnessing a druid ceremony, which is quite amazing.
We release the summer sunlight. Oh!
So I held my daughter's baby naming ceremony here. So we did that actually on Beltane, because actually that's my birthday, and she's beating her hands on the drum. You know, it's just such special memories. And what we did is we actually walked the Michael and Mary line. We drummed the lines. You know, we cheered on the energies here as we walked to this space. People doing readings, we've got songs going on. It was just joyous. And so, you know, hopefully the land really felt that we were giving something to it as well.
We explore the solar, lunar, celestial alignments and earth energies and lays that course through this ancient land. We also visit older ancient sites, including channeling a profound message within the sanctuary near Silbury Hill.
I got told that this is the land of the goddess. This whole place is about connecting with the goddess, which they believed was the giver of all life, Gaia.
And join us in ceremony surrounded by orbs inside the West Kennet Long Barrow. So do join us on this amazing, mysterious landscape as Pillars of Peace.
We are in the cold. We're in the cold wintry season and we are at the sanctuary near Avebury. Well, there's 2 lays here. So we've got the Michael and Mary line and they cross over. I'm specifically going to be dowsing the Mary line. And so some people would call these dragon currents. So it's exciting to be here.
If you were standing here in Neolithic times, you would see a ceremonial temple composed of standing stones and inner circles of tall wooden posts. Today, these positions are marked by concrete.
So there's a lot of fault lines here, and so people experience a lot of unusual anomalies from lights appearing, and they're said to generate actually right from the centre of the sanctuary. So I'm using these rods, and what's really, really interesting is this morning, you know, I went to go and find my rods and I couldn't find any of them. What I could find is this rod, these set of rods, and these rods were made by a dear friend of mine called Julian, who sadly passed away about 3 years ago. But what's really interesting is the last time I used these, I was with Julian, and guess where I was? Actually, I was just over there. I was at West Kennet Long Barrow. So thank you, Julian. It's good to know you're here. I actually feel like the line is growing a little bit actually to greet us. There is an awareness in the land that we're here to connect. And so I just want to say thank you so much to the Mary line, to the Michael line, and also to this land, because I feel you greeting us with curiosity. And we just wish to say that we're only here to really share our love and gratitude to this space and to all those that have tended this space, and really to show the world what a magnificent, magical place this is, actually. And so maybe we'll see some of those anomalies and bright lights whizzing around. So for now, I'm going to find the Mary line. Dowsing the Mary line, which took me right to the centre where it crosses the Michael line, and that's where the geomagnetic faults all spout from. But immediately I became aware of actually the wood henge that would have been there. So the entire place was layered with wooden circles, and then I became aware of women, actually many women who were looking in at us, which was so interesting. And I got told that this is the land of the goddess. This whole place is about connecting with the goddess, which they believed was the giver of all life, Gaia. And I was shown that actually when they went to Silbury Hill and they walked these spaces as their ancestors did, and they left their droppings off at Silbury Hill. Silbury Hill was considered the pregnant mother, and it was about giving something to the pregnant mother, that being Gaia.
Silbury Hill is the largest prehistoric mound in Europe. It's over 30 metres high and was built of chalk dug out by hand from a surrounding ditch. There is an electromagnetic static energy.
Yeah, and again, this is, people call it the orgone energy by William Reich, and it's that water and it's the chalk. There was a real need for this chalk to be seen. It makes me think of purification. It makes me think of, perhaps a divine masculine energy in comparison to the divine feminine, which might be regarded as black, the opposite. And they were very aware of the earth energies and the currents, and they knew that when they came here, they'd come somewhere very special, where two energies crossed over, where the earth showed them appreciation in the form of lights, in the form of unusual physical experiences, also unusual psychic experiences. I do feel there's a huge tending to this space by females, and I also sense actually on the outskirts children playing as well. There's a real love of earth here, a real appreciation of earth. No sooner as I got in the centre, there was this vision kicked in immediately. So very, very powerful, and I feel actually it's a great honour for us both to be here, welcomed in by these women. Sorry, it's so cold. It's really blown me away, actually.
So can this and the watery landscape, can this help us to balance? Can it help us to harmonise?
I think if you come to a place like this with the right intention, not to make any changes, not to leave any rubbish around, not to drop off all your emotional baggage, but if you come here to say hello and to cherish and really honour, how this has been used. I think it's about reconnecting with ourselves, if I'm honest. It's about, getting us to slow down. We're not really tuned into ourselves and the people around us. We're far too busy. As we stand here now, we've got the hurtling cars going past. We've probably all got mobile phones, in our cars, in our pockets, and life's far too busy. And I think we need to remember to be present and to acknowledge who we are, where we are, and those around us, and recognise the importance of now. we're making these sacred journeys because we want to show you how amazing Mother Earth really is, how amazing these sacred sites are. There's a timelessness here, and you can just fully be present, take stock. I want to show people how to connect.
There's lots of flint down here in the path.
It's everywhere. How to connect with the earth, how to connect with the multidimensional realities that actually they are very much part of. And our ancestors, I truly believe, specifically those that were creating these spaces, they knew how amazing Mother Earth really is, how amazing these sacred sites are.
Oh, wow.
I know, isn't it amazing? I love the water coming down off the rocks, and obviously the rocks are really porous.
And look at the colours, look at that, that's red there.
I know, and it's black there, and then it's green. It's you can imagine though, can't you, being here and with candlelight and looking at the different shapes and how everything's dancing around you. This is a sacred space, a holy space, where we bridge worlds. Come fully prepared energetically, make sure you're grounded, make sure you've cleared yourself, make sure you come with the reverence, with the respect, and also announce that you're going to come before you come. We don't just turn up at people's houses, do we, uninvited.
So I brought some rosemary from the garden to honour the ancestors, to remember the ancestors here. It smells divine. And also I've brought this, which is chalk, but it's from Dorset and it's a hagstone. And although there's loads of chalk around here, again, it's an honouring, it's seeing into the unseen realm through the whole of this hagstone. It's about celebration of all those that are guiding us in the unseen world of spirit. Gratitude for the people that worked this land in harmony and in a way teaching us now to do the same. This is what the sacred places mean to me. It's about being grounded, connecting with nature and honouring everything. It's reciprocity really, and that's why I'm bringing this.
This is somewhere where people have come to honour and acknowledge the sacred. So it's a special place with special, unique energies that you may not experience in your own home. But it's also like a pilgrimage that others have come here to do. And so you're picking up on that kind of, okay, I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a reason. I'm here to honour the spiritual side of me. I'm here to listen to my body, to my mind, to check in with my life's journey. This is a long barrow. Our ancestors, remains have been found here. And so again, it's honouring life, a really good place to come into the dark and check in with your life and review your life and where you are right now. And this whole space, particularly the energy, just holds you. It's interesting what we all see in the different stones. And again, are they stone people? Are they ancestors coming through? We're in a liminal space, so we're peering into other dimensions. So I see the eyes, and then the nose, and then the lips here, but it's quite a large head. I just saw something and it was very small. I can only describe it as like a fairy folk really, and it darted from the entrance from one side to the other side.
This feels like a very powerful place here.
It is. I was here once with a friend. We just stood here acknowledging, this was a different energy than the remainder of the building. I just remember sort of this sense of everything vibrating, not just the stone, not just the atmosphere, but actually I was vibrating and the person I was with was also vibrating, and all we were doing was standing here, and afterwards we just looked at each other like, wow, I've never ever experienced anything like that before. And if I'm honest, I never have experienced anything like I experienced here on that occasion. It was very, very special. And so
did you see anything when you were vibrating?
No, it was just vibrating, and it was as if we were coming into harmony. It's starting already. So as I've got my feet on the ground, I can feel an energy, and this is how it starts. It fills with an energy that's coming up from the earth, and it's like a pulse. And so I can just feel it rising up through my calves. This is a healing energy, actually. This is it. And so just this healing energy as it rises up, and I think we need to be pillars of peace here. I really do.
Okay.
I feel like this is a place to really, not only send our love and our gratitude to those that are here now and have been here, and the elemental kingdom who are close now, but also just to ask that the divine union, the coming together of the divine source and Mother Earth, enabling us to anchor what is true peace, true harmony that serves all. We do this with the most greatest respect to all here for the highest good of all. Only those energies that are required to bring peace and harmony. I just feel like the stone kicked my back, like nudged me forward.
So I can feel a rising, almost oscillating energy. It sort of like swirls.
Yeah. It's like, to me, it's like this. Again, it's, we all have our own personal experiences, but it feels like the space is connecting with you, and that you and the space are coming together. I want to say, Mother, I feel you. Mother, I hear you.
Mother, I hear you. Mother, I feel you. Mother, I see you.
Mother, I am you.
Mother, I am you. We've got 3 drips now that have fallen on the drum.
Mother Waters, Mother Earth, Father Fire, Father Air, Ether. We bring you in to bring harmony within us, within this land. If it's for the highest good of all, let it be done now.
Oh,
Mother, I feel you. Mother, I hear you. Mother, I see just had all this imagery come. What I was shown and what I felt was the blood, the sweat, the tears of people that have come and visited here, you know, and I'm talking thousands of years. I'm talking, you know, the journey that they took to come here, the journey that they took in their lives, and really, you know, honouring that. As I say, it made me really want to wail, you know, with my voice, you know, real like, and also a reminder that, you know, when we do try really, really hard, you know, when we do actually endure suffering because we want to achieve something, it's worth it. And what I was shown at the end was a gathering of wild flowers, just a little gathering, you know, in the hand. And you know, what they were showing me was admiring the beauty. I mean, ultimately, what we're trying to achieve is a little bit of joy, a little bit of peace, contentment. And again, you know, that doesn't sort of fall on your lap. That was very much, you know, it's again, keep pushing forward, keep pushing forward. If you want to connect with yourself and the stillness, it's the perfect place to be.
Here's to the bridge builders, the hand holders, the light bringers, those extraordinary souls wrapped in ordinary lives who quietly weave threads of humanity into an inhumane world. They are the unsung heroes in a world at war with itself. They are the whisperers of hope that peace is possible. Look for them in the present darkness. Light your candle by their flame and then go build bridges. Hold hands. Bring light to a dark and desperate world. Be the hero that you are looking for. Peace is possible. It begins with us.
So we are now at Avebury, and Avebury is a complex, as you know. There's many different sites, and so it's the whole landscape.
Carbon dating puts Avebury Henge's construction between 3200 BC and 3100 BC, making it older than Stonehenge. These giant sarsen stones are plugged into the earth energies and lays like acupuncture needles. This is a healing centre on a massive scale.
And there's a great big circle, a stone circle, and inside that stone circle you have the sun circle and the moon circle. The village is here also. So, you know, life goes on, it moves forward. There's a particularly divine feminine feel here with the geospirals here, Kelly. Yeah, so geospirals very much were acknowledged by Guy Underwood and also talked a lot by Maria Wheatley. And so this geospirals have a lovely, beautiful healing energy. And so if you can imagine, my daughter was here, you know, the drum was under her hands. It was just joyous.
It's also the start of the Ridgeway walk, and you walked part of that too.
I did. So the day before I walked part of the Ridgeway, I'm going to be honest, it was with a pram and it wasn't easy. So I totally recommend it, but also, you know, these pathways that the ancestors walked, you know, they knew these places were special. And do look at our Uffington White Horse, because we're there with Frances Whitman, and it's a very special journey.
For these points were laid by generations before, for they knew what your world had in store. These points of recharge, of knowledge and healing for all, left for generations to come, to guide, to recharge, to heal, to nurture, for you, for each and every one.
We're in the moon circle right now, and we're in an area which is called the Cove.
This is the Eye of the Goddess, marking the feminine sector of Avebury.
This is considered the female stone, with females being a little bit more curvy, shall we say. This one here is very phallic-like, and so this is considered a masculine stone. Now, originally, it's believed that the Cove would have had the female in the middle, and then two phallic stones actually, or masculine representations. And so in this moon circle here, it's said that once every 18 years that actually there is a special occasion where the full moon is actually believed to roll down this long-standing stone here. What we know is that our ancestors really did watch the stars. You know, they really were in tune with the Earth's cycles and seasons, but also related it back to what was going on in the celestial heavens. You know, they relied upon the sun and the moon. So we do have the Michael Mary line here. Again, this convergence of coming together of opposites or polarities, you know, that divine union. So this is the Mary line passing through this stone. I feel like I'm being sheltered from the world. I feel like I'm receiving, like a gentle warmth. It's very bobbly, there's great grooves missing in it. And I want you to imagine now, no light other than stars above you. And yet perhaps you've got a little fire here, and perhaps you're with some friends, okay? And perhaps you're watching how the flames change the whole face of this rock, how actually the rock itself becomes animated, how it starts to tell pictures. Maybe you're doing some drumming here, maybe you're doing some singing, but can you understand how people here, they made their stories, they really connected with the land. So here we are, the other side of the very same stone, and the whole stone is again, it's taken this great transfiguration, and what we're seeing now there is a face, and that face is looking out and over that direction. This is a stone that is sometimes referred to as the dragon stone, and so you've got the nose going down into the earth, the schnozzle, shall we say. These lays, the Michael, the Mary line, again are sometimes called dragon or serpent energies. It's getting darker. The atmosphere is sort of changing, really. Magical still, really magical. An amazing sunset over there. And we're heading to what's called the portal. So the Michael and Mary Leys, this is where they actually meet. Hamish Miller and Paul Broadhurst wrote the book The Sun and the Serpent, and they very much tracked the energy lays that were on the Michael alignment that John Michel spoke about. Now, these two stones here are called the portal stones. And again, you can think of the word portal as an entrance to another world, another dimension. And you can imagine if you were walking past or by the avenue and then you were going to enter this great stone circle, you would certainly pick these two stones, or I would at least. And so what you've got here is the devil's chair, and then you've got this other significant, wonderful stone actually, which on the other side I often see an angel. Gosh, it's been an amazing sacred journey, this one. I mean, the West Kennet Long Barrow was amazing. I must admit, I love the West Kennet Long Barrow, but the sanctuary for me really did it. It was just something out of this world, so special. And there is a nurturing energy throughout the site. Yeah, I mean, I've been here many times and I know you have too, but in particular today, having us two came together, I do feel that there has been a very feminine, welcoming presence that's been set, you know, that's been looking after us actually. So I'm really grateful, and inspiring us to keep going and be those pillars of peace. Keep going even when it's difficult. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you soon.